guys! Today we are here at Pangkor Resort for our first ever Buro Girl getaway. Today we have Jenn Low, the founder of Wanderlust Co, who will be sharing with us her experiences and what she's most excited for in 2018. Hi Jenn! So tell us more about the latest collection from Wanderlust Co.
So our latest collection, it's our Spring-Summer 2018 collection called Out of This World, and it's inspired by all the galactic motifs and bits and pieces that are so beautiful and mysterious up in the sky. And our muse this season is someone who's part dreamer, part lover, and always a seeker. And she's obviously today's digital girl, girls like you and me. And she's someone who is unafraid to take risks, make mistakes, explore, and lose herself and start all over again.
I see. So you have a lot of collections that come out very often. So how do you get design inspiration every season?
Sometimes I get really stuck. But most of the time, we actually love drawing inspiration from vintage pieces, motifs even in furniture pieces. And there's also a lot of inspiration that we draw from travel and from different cultures. So, for example, for this collection, we were really inspired by Greek motifs, and we actually looked into hieroglyphs and what those different symbols meant, and redesigned them and sort of put those different motifs and elements into every coin that you see in the collection.
So your products are very trend focused. What do you think this year's trend is? What is the biggest thing that will come up this year?
People are seeking a little bit more meaning in the pieces that they wear in fashion, although trendy, beyond just trends itself. I feel like this is the year that people want to appreciate and understand why does something look the way it does. You know, who's the girl, who else is wearing this piece? Who's the audience of the brand apart from myself if I buy something? So I believe in terms of fashion and trends, that's something that we're definitely seeing a shift in. Consumers are, I guess, much more engaged in brands and what they stand for more than ever.
That's interesting because when you first started out in 2010, your consumer, like your Wanderlust Co girl, is very different from who she is today. So how do you think that has changed from then until now?
I would say that the girl, for the most part, the biggest change I would say is that she's more informed than she's ever been. Literally with a couple of taps on her phone, she can price check, you know, she can Google, I guess, coin necklaces and find so many options. So it's good and it's bad, and what my team and I take away from this phenomenon is that it actually pushes us to move our boundaries, and as a brand and as designers and as storytellers, and we really use this as a guide to say, how can we do what we do better year on year, season on season? How do we, you know, create a better product, a better brand, a better story, more engaging digital campaigns for the girl gang?
How would you style a beach getaway outfit?
Big hoops are always amazing because if you have your hair tied back in a tight top knot and a kaftan, you can wear these pretty hoops.
What do you think some of the keys to entrepreneurial success are coming from someone who's like a boss girl?
You have to be really tenacious. You have to have grit. I think, you know, simple words like saying don't give up, it's a little bit too simplistic. And at the same time also being stubborn is not healthy, you know. So I think you have to be tenacious, you have to have grit, and you have to actually love what you do and let that really shine across all things, and that includes, you know, speaking to your suppliers, speaking to your teams, the copy you put out with the campaign, how you shoot a campaign, how you edit photos, Instagram captions, you know, or a thank you email to everyone at the end of the year. I think that if you want to go into business and you want to start a brand and you want to be an entrepreneur, you have to just be gritty and love what you do.
What empowers you as a woman, as an entrepreneur, as a mom?
I think what's very empowering today is actually the fact that we can say when we're not feeling good. I think for a very long time, women, much like children, should be seen and not heard. And I think then for another very long time, we could be heard, but we were only supposed to say specific things. Then obviously on that flip side are, the fact that women, we first of all can multitask so much better than men, and we can genuinely, honestly put on so many hats. We can be mothers, we can be wives, we can bring joy to a household, we can be very talented at work, and we are all those things. So I think it's actually an exciting time to be a woman today.
How do you juggle so many things at one go, being a mom and being an entrepreneur at the same time?
To be honest, sometimes I don't, but most of the time I do, and that's because I have the support from my team, my husband, my family, and I've learned to also not try to, control everything. Let everyone do their parts. For example, with Nanny and baby Olivia, I let her do her thing, and I've learned that once you've sort of assigned something to someone, like let it be, let them come back to you, and if you give everything a little bit of breathing room and space, everything will be great in its own time. I also think it's very important for mothers to actually practice a lot of self-care and self-love. I think as much as it's exciting to be an entrepreneur and a mother, you are you. And there are characteristics to you that make you very you, and you're unique and you're special, and nothing, not a job or being a mother can take that away from you. So do the things that nourish your soul, do the things that make you happy, and carve out time to do those things. Don't let that take a backseat in your life. Yeah.
What has motherhood taught you? What is the most important lesson you've learned since you became a mom?
To just let go and to be free. I look at Liv and she has no inhibitions. She's fearless, and I'm so envious she can touch her toes. She can do the downward dog. I'm like, I can't do that. But I think what being a mother has taught me is that to actually view through her lens, that there's so much around us that is really amazing that we take for granted, and if we stop and pause for a second and just take check into all the cool things happening in our lives, there's actually a lot of them. So I'm grateful to her for that.
Thank you so much, Jen, for spending time with me today, and I hope you had fun.
I had lots of fun. Thank you so much for having me, and it was such an honor to be able to share the behind the scenes of the Wanderlust Co world with you.
Thanks for being part of Buro Co as well. We hope you had fun today watching our Buro Co episode. Stay tuned for more episodes coming your way this month.